Hey folks, what's up, Yeti? So I am out on an adventure today. I'm heading over to hang out with my buddy Stacy. I've been planning this for a while and are trying to get together for quite a while and just haven't been able to. And anyways, we're gonna go have some fun. We're gonna do some napping today, and brought my flute along and my amp. The amp I brought is battery operated, so I can play it anywhere. I want to go play my flute on Ward Mountain, and anyways, maybe down by the creek, something like that. I'm gonna dig some clay for some pottery. He's got some really slippery, slick, nice gray clay there. I'm gonna go dig a couple 5-gallon buckets of that, and we're probably gonna pick some plums and some wild plums, and just gonna hang out and have a good time. And I heard that he's got baby back ribs in a crock pot going, or in the roaster or something like that. Anyways, we're gonna go over there, and he's got some new rock they wanted me to check out. I found a new seam at Big Fork over there, and the mountain he lives on has got some rock over there, and he's got a seam at Big Fork that he's been picking out of, and some of it's your typical Big Fork, and some of it is really glassy, nice. So we're gonna look at some of that, probably nap some of it. So I don't know how much of the napping I'll show. I'll probably show a little clip of it anyways. But I'll try and film as much of this as I can today, and take you along on our little fun adventure. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much today. All right, we'll see y'all after a bit. All right, folks, I just got here to Rockin Pops Adventures. There's Mr. Stacy, my buddy with Rockin Pops Adventures. If you haven't checked out his channel, you should check it out. Here on YouTube, it's Rockin Pops Adventures, and we're up here on Ward Mountain, and I'll spin you around here, and we are up on top of the mountain. But we got a spot here set up, and we're gonna do a little bit of napping, and probably go collect some clay, and I don't know what all we're gonna do. Let me flip you around here. There's one that Stacy's working on right there, piece of a Ward Mountain Big Fork chert. He's got some really nice Big Fork chert. We're gonna do some napping. I don't know how much of the napping we're gonna show or not, but I might cut in and show a little bit of it. There's this rock collecting pile over there. Oh yeah, here's a piece that picked up out of the driveway. A piece of Big Fork. It's pretty glassy. This is a nice piece. This is about as good as Big Fork gets right here. Pretty nice stuff. Anyways, we'll bring you back here a little later and show you some more stuff. You're a terrible arrowhead maker. Yeah. We're recording now. Had to get that.
Did you get that on there?
He's a terrible arrowhead. You heard him say it.
I just hang out with this guy just to what?
He's not a terrible arrowhead maker.
Nah, I don't know. I'm trying. Danny's really good though.
No, not really.
Yeah, he is. But it's fun.
Working on that Big Fork.
Working on me.
Working on you. So we gotta go down and get some of that clay today. We made a couple pots last night.
What?
Yeah, I had some porcelain clay in my leather shop. I've had in there that I ordered a long time ago. And I told Marcia, I said, well, we're going to get this wild clay at Rockin Pops, but should get I said we should at least practice it. I said, I got some porcelain out there. She said, well, you didn't tell me that. So she was all about it. So we made started a couple bowls yesterday, just to try and kind of get the idea of how to go about it.
Do you have to mix something in it to get it to do that, or what?
Well, the wild clay you have to mix some sand in with it when after you process it. So you got to take that clay, and after you get it collected, then put it in a bucket, add a bunch of water, stir it all up, and then pour that slurry through like a paint strainer.
Yeah, like a piece of cheesecloth or some kind of cloth. Yeah.
And that purifies the clay, and then after you dump that out and let it start drying,
Well, that'd be interesting.
I gotta build me a dry bed for. I've seen a thing on YouTube. The girl was using. She had made her thing for drying her clay. After she strained it out of a piece of a hardy backer board. It had sides on it, so you just pour it in there, and that hardy backer helps suck some of the moisture out of it. But then when you start, before you start working the clay, then you got to add in. You have to add in some sand or something like that. I also seen a thing where they said you use diatomaceous earth, but obviously sand's cheaper.
Regularize this point a little bit here. Shake it up.
I was watching the videos on, firing it in the ground and stuff like that. When you fire it in the ground, the carbon coming off the plant matter and the rest of that kind of stuff adds color to the pot,
Yeah. Like they put ash in it too.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to fire it in the ground. I'm going to fire it with, just build a fire over it,
That's what they do. I've seen it on TV.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to try and do. See how it turns out.
Well, when you do it, I'll go over and check it out with you.
All right.
I've been wanting to kind of do something like that myself.
Not that I need another hobby, but...
Yeah, really. Not that we need more stuff to do.
All right.
We're trying to do everything we can before we leave this planet, or before AI Atlas gets here.
I started watching that last night.
I'm telling you.
This is a piece of that Belton shirt.
Oh yeah.
It's got a little bit of red in it.
It looks old looking, kind of.
It does
like
look
you see
old,
those old points,
Yeah. That artifact show was pretty neat, huh?
Yeah, I had a good time with it. Fun show.
Me too.
What was the name of that artifact show we went to? What was that? It was in Mansfield.
No, not Mansfield. It was in
Marshall, Texas.
Marshall, Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show. Had a lot of good vendors there. Some of them I knew. And bought a couple of artifacts while I was there. And Danny bought some what do you call those?
Cast.
Some cast of arrowheads that he wanted to bring back. So it was pretty good. And
I bought some casts from that Stone Age replications. I'll see if I can find their card and I'll flash up a little thing up here on the screen.
And do you know? Well, I'll talk about ask you. You want to use mine?
No, I got another one.
I got a big one.
Yeah, you do.
Try that on there.
He had me make him a Mambo one.
That's a big daddy pad.
Yeah, that's a big daddy pad.
Try it. It'd be good for that longer.
No, it's all right.
Danny makes all these good pads right here on his website, Flintknappingtraditions.com. Let me tell you what, it's the most indestructible pad I've ever seen. This probably lasts me a good while.
They last a good while.
Yep. Great day to do this because everything's closed.
Yeah, it is. Except for Flintknappingtraditions.com, you can go there and buy 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, even on Christmas.
That's it.
I won't ship then, but
yeah, don't expect next day shipping now.
No, I'll get it out same day or the very next day. But what USPS does with it after that, I have no control over.
Exactly.
Basically, 3-day priority mail these days means 5 to 10 days.
Exactly.
And the heavier the box, the longer it takes.
Yeah, because they just sit over and look and say, that box is heavy.
Yeah,
I don't feel like picking it up.
We'll wait till the next shift gets that one. I really think that's what happens.
Yeah. We'll wait and look at it on Friday, and if we still want to pick it up, we will.
Yeah.
If not, well. George
will be here on Friday. He'll get it.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that's what happens. As the crow flies, we only live 60 miles apart.
Right over there. Yeah, you're not far.
No.
You gotta go around and get it over here instead of going straight here, you know.
I'm trying to talk Stacy into digging into that mattress of his and pulling out some money and buying us a helicopter. Yeah.
I don't know.
You got that helicopter kind of money, don't you, Stacy?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
No. And I don't think I want to fly in one of them things either.
You don't like flying in a helicopter?
Well, I used to work offshore.
Yeah.
And we almost went down one time.
Oh, yeah?
And that was a bad experience.
I bet it was.
Oh, yeah. And we hit some bad weather trying to get out.
I always liked helicopter rides. I flew quite a bit in helicopter in Alaska.
When they start doing like this,
yeah, I've been there.
And then it starts getting hot, and everything gets real sweaty in there, and you start sweating. And
well, you're nervous.
People looking at it like, you're getting right. And I'm looking, and they said, well, and I'm thinking, I keep watching these drilling platforms come, and I keep saying, well, maybe it's this one we're coming to. And we pass it up, and we keep going. And we come to another, and I said, I hope it's this one, because I'm fixing to puke in my hat, right, in my hard hat right here. Oh, no. And everybody else is sick in there, and finally we get to the rig, and it's like, okay, get me off of here. Not so bad. Helicopter flies not so bad when the weather's good and you're not real turbulent. Not bad at all. But when you get in a bad turbulent wind, it can be really bad.
So the worst, I've been in some, obviously, riding in bush planes and stuff in Alaska. I've been in some pretty nasty stuff.
Oh yeah.
And
you thinking about it?
Well, we were doing this job in Hood Bay, which is a bay that runs in front of Angoon, which is a small village in Alaska, in southeast Alaska. And it was winter time, and there was a German guy that he had a sailboat in town, and that sailboat had a full-time crew of, I think, 10 people or something like that. And he had bought a couple pieces of property. He bought 50 acres in the back of Hood Bay, which is the only private property back there. I don't even know how he managed to get it, but anyways, he bought that, and he had a cabin built there, and he had this white wool carpet. He sourced the whole world around to find a certain wool that he wanted his carpet made out of, and had the carpet specially made of wool. He wanted all cedar, all yellow cedar, but it could have no knots in it. It took him 3 years to source the wood. So there's a lot of boardwalks, it's muskogee and stuff. So from the generator house all around and down to the docks and all this stuff was ironwood, which he had imported from like Brazil or something like that.
Oh, really?
You know, each board, I mean, heavy, talk about heavy, those 2x6s of ironwood. I mean, you can't hardly even buy that stuff for, you know, for knife handles and stuff like that. Yeah. But he bought enough to build a house with, but he built boardwalks out of it so it would never rot. And just stuff like that. And then he bought a place in Canada and did the same kind of thing there. But he had a special room he had 2 people hired full-time that all they did is take care of his 2 dogs. That was it. That was their full-time job, to take care of 2 dogs.
Wow.
And they'd go out for a walk. When they'd come back in, you know, you got that beautiful wool carpet and stuff, you know, obviously pets and stuff. So he had a wash area where the dogs came in and they got their feet washed every time they come in and out. And that was these people's job full-time, just taking care of these 2 dogs.
How sweet.
Oh yeah, special. So I was there, and he had basically had a war room in there, and he was really into the stock market. And when the stock market had crashed, I mean, the last time it really crashed, I lost some money there too. But this guy, I can't remember what it was, but he lost like $38 million in a day.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in super preservation mode when that happened, and it wasn't a very fun area to be around working when that was going on.
I bet not.
Because he was upset.
Well,
the good thing is you couldn't understand what he was saying because he was speaking German.
wow.
But anyways, that was a fun job. But what I started to say before my ADHD kicked in is we were flying in there. So there's a pilot there in Juneau. I won't say his name, but he was known to be one of the best. And we were flying in a Beaver, and he was flying us in and out of this job. Well, we'd have to haul all of our material, all of our tools out and this stuff, and I'd had my guys flown out in the first plane, and then me and him were coming in after that, and boy, the weather came down, and we were literally, I mean, the floats of this float plane were skimming the top of the waves. We were so low, so we'd have some visibility.
Cool.
It was snowing like crazy, and we couldn't get into the back of the base. We had to turn around, and
that's kind of scary.
Oh man! And you know, no navigation on those planes, and really, and that guy got us back. We had to fly the coastline all the way back up. It took.
Too bad to see you way back. Huh?
Oh yeah, it took at least an hour longer than it should have because we had to follow that coastline. But he got us back, and so I couldn't get out there with the guys. Well, he was leaving the next day to go out there, and he was hauling out some roofing material, and barely made it off the ground. He got up about 1,000 feet and fell right out of the sky. Killed him. Yep.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That was his day.
That was his day, and I'm glad I wasn't with him on that day.
Yeah, really.
I thought, isn't that? And he was overloaded, is what happened, you know.
He was. Did he go into a mountain or something? He ran into a mountain.
No, he didn't run into a mountain. This plane he took off, and he was gaining altitude, and whatever happened, he just fell out of the sky and landed right in the tide flat, right up there in front of town. Just crashed into the tide flat.
Oh man!
No mountain, no nothing. Just it was his time to go. But he, it makes you wonder though, because he was known to be the best pilot around there, and still got him. But the worst one I'd ever been in was on Alaskan Airlines commercial flight. We were coming from Keokuk, Alaska, and traveling to Juneau, and we were on the milk run and had to stop in Sitka. And buddy, let me tell you what, that plane was jerking around so hard, them wings were just slapping down like that. I can't believe how much they were moving. I thought the wings were going to snap clean off.
Let me ask you, when you say the milk run,
it makes a whole bunch of stops.
Okay, I got you.
It used to literally be the milk run where they would where they deliver milk and things like that. So they just that kind of stuck with it, and it stops at every little spot on the way. It's not a straight shot. That's why they call it the milk run.
Touch that little point a little bit.
But I had lots of sketchy airplane rides in Alaska.
Sound like it, huh?
I got stuck in a lake one time in a remote part of Alaska. My dad had a broken foot. We were in there goat hunting, and he broke his foot.
Oh.
Well, you're in goat country, so easy to do. But I got one little fat spot right there that if I could get that off there, I could finish this thing up. And the weather where we were at was fine. I had a goat I had to go up on the mountain and get myself. I'd shot the day before. There's a whole story behind that whole deal.
Sounds like it could be interesting.
It was interesting. No doubt. Bet you'll never guess what I'm making.
Adult.
Imagine that. Except for I'm having a hard time with this one spot.
Material's tough, huh?
It ain't tough, I'm just not that bright.
Crazy. Look, guys, that's what it is, see? Little small, little big fork point right here. It'll kill. It ain't pretty, but it'll kill.
Well, you did get it done, didn't you?
Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna have some flute play in a little while here, guys. I have to go get my box drum. New video?
Oh, it's videoing, I think.
Hey! Man, that is cool.
Yeah.
I've never had that up on Ward Mountain before.
I bet the natives were here playing flute music 1,000 years ago.
Possibly they were playing something. That's cool.
Cool, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that relaxing?
Oh, yeah.
I'll be here all week.
That's cool. Huh?
I think you're right. I think we need some music. Hold on a minute.
Up on Warden Mountain, where the wild winds blow, Rockin Pops house, that's where we all go. Family and friends gather round with cheer, chasing sunsets, making memories here. The creek runs crystal clear, flowing down the slope, turkey hunting at dawn, filled with laughter and hope. With guns in our hands and the woods as our guide, we gather the stories that we can't let slide. Oh, living on Warden Mountain, sitting round the fire, under starlit skies, roasting up marshmallows, telling tales that surprise, watching the sunrise, painting the world gold. Every sunset reminds us these memories we hold.
It sounds like it did.
with my buddy Danny. Oh, what a day. From hunting in the woods to the laughter we find, every day is an adventure with family combined. So here's to the moments, both big and small, in the heart of the mountains. We cherish them all with Maggie in the yard and the sunset. Oh, mountain living, oh, what a show. Oh,
Good times.
Good time. Really good.
Oh, I like most of these songs. Some of them aren't as good as the other ones, but for what they are, you know. I came across one Flintknapping song, and I was like, that's cool, got a Flintknapping song. And I'd saved it to my YouTube music playlist, and that's loose. Oh, do I have my Allen wrenches? I got some here. And I thought, it's unfortunate there's not more of that. I mean, I guess some guys may not like that. I don't know. That was kind of feedback I got. But,
oh, you did get a little negative feedback?
well, a few people felt like, you know, it's taken away from, they're afraid it's going to take away from, like the one guy pointed out, you know, that's a 3 or 4 musicians and a singer that aren't getting paid. But the thing about that is no one would ever paid to have that done because there's no money in it. It's just for Flintknapping, you know, we're pretty small group of people, you know.
Right.
So it would have never got done. So what AI has done is it's allowed us to have something like that without, I don't know. I mean, I see both sides, but
Yeah, you can kind of see both sides, especially if we were in the industry.
yeah, that's true.
So,
As much as I feel in touch with, or a passion for the simpleness of the past, I guess, I still like my modern day awesomeness. I mean, all the talk about, well, they're spying on you, they know what you're doing. You got a phone, they know everything you're doing.
anyway.
But the one thing that does do, it makes for an awesome shopping experience. Because you could talk about, I was talking to my son about when he got in, he pulled out a pool cue, and he has a carbon fiber pool cue. You don't even need no chalk on your hand with that thing. This thing's so slick and smooth when you're holding, you know. I didn't even know, it's been so long since I played pool.
Me too.
I used to have my own pool cue, but I had no idea they're making them out of carbon fiber now. But we started talking about that, and then my Facebook feed is full of carbon fiber pool cues.
Yeah.
Within 10 minutes.
Yeah. They're watching this.
Lessons
I don't
upon.
Kind of scary.
I got nothing to hide.
Oh, me neither.
Okay, maybe a few things. But we're not going to talk about that.
No. Back a little more. What song is that one?
I don't remember which one the name is on this one, but
That's one of the songs you did?
yeah. I put the playlist on YouTube Music so anyone who has YouTube Music has access to it. So I wasn't doing it to. There's no monetary anything there. I just wanted to do it because it was fun, you know.
Yeah.
I wanted to write a song about nap-ins and stuff. And the last nap-in I had been to was regular nap-in, was the Caddo Ridge nap-in.
Yeah.
So I just started thinking about things that happened at the nap-in, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's how Redfern ended up in there, and my buddy Keith. And
has Redfern heard it yet?
yeah, Keith sent
He
it.
sent it to?
Keith sent it to Redfern, yeah.
Do that a little bit.
You know, I went and started making this Dalton, and on the way over here, I thought I'm going to make pine trees.
Is it? That's a pine tree now?
No, it's not now, no. But it was. That's what I was thinking when I was coming over. I thought I'm gonna make some pine trees today. But you might have to remind me I got to make a pine tree. Otherwise, I'm automatically default to Daltons these days. Well, Keith told me, he said, and it's good advice. He said that what he was taught is, and he said, if you make 30 in a row that are all right, you know, that are just good ones, then you'll never forget how to make them again. You'll just always be able to make them, you know. And so I've been trying to make 30 good ones in a row.
Oh, really?
I should probably get. I'll probably have it down in a couple, 3 years. Because I make one I like, and I'm like, what did I do here?
Yeah.
But sometimes the rock dictates what's happening, you know.
The learning part is what every day learning something is what keeps you going. The interest. You know?
Yeah.
Because if I figured it all out, then there would be nothing to look forward to the next day.
I do have a pretty nice case of Daltons going now, so I'm gonna keep going on those till I get my case filled up. I got those points that, well, you've seen them, but no one else can see right now for undisclosed reason. I can't wait to have those in my case.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
And I got a couple more coming up that are, which I made one, which I haven't posted anyone to see. I did send you a picture of it. I haven't posted it yet. But when you make a point out of material that beautiful, like that point's made out of, man, it's hard to, no matter how good the napping is, it's hard to up it when you have a piece of material that looks that good, you know?
And it just works so sweet.
Yeah, and it did. It ain't all that way.
You ever feel like sometimes when you're thinning it and you come back around, it just seems like it just keeps growing?
It's fat. Well, the narrower it gets, the thinner it's got to get, you know?
Yeah.
So every little bit you take off, just got to get
And I
thinner.
feel like I'm just pushing down, not kicking it, really. A lot. Cut the perfect red, huh?
Yeah. So if you guys has never been to a nap-in, you want to know what a nap-in's like, well, you're looking at it, just with more people. Stacy's off on Mondays, his store. What's the name of your store, Stacy?
Comfort Center Home Furnishings in Hatfield, Arkansas. We don't jack it up to call it a sale. We always keep our prices low.
Carl's taking a nap. That's how you always see old Carl. Carl's awesome. He's got that cowboy hat and he's always in his chair like this. Just resting his eyes. He's good stuff. I really enjoy Carl. Plays a good coyote too.
Where's he from? Is it Rayville?
I don't know, somewhere there in Louisiana.
Yeah, Rayville. I got to know him at the Knapping over there. He's a pretty cool dude.
He's good stuff.
What you think I ought to do? What kind of point you think I ought to make with it? You think I ought to thin it some more, or what do you think, Master Danny Collins?
This edge is already down some, so what I would do is I would brush this.
And come back?
Like that, so it brings it down a little bit lower, and I'd take my issue stick and I'd press them hinges off there.
Okay, good job.
That's what I would do.
That's exactly the plan. Danny's been doing this a lot longer than I have. I'm kind of trying to catch up to him, but I'm gonna get there. It takes some work. It takes some breaking a rock, patience. Don't get frustrated. So yeah.
I was just thinking about serrating this, Dalton, but I don't think I'm going to. It's a nice little Dalton.
Can you see it? You getting there?
That's one for today.
Nice and thin too.
Oh yeah, it's thin. Got to grind the base. The bases were all ground on Daltons.
I want to make a Dalton today. Think I can make one out of this one, or it's going to be too big?
You can make one out of that.
I'm going to do that.
You'll have to start working on your shape as you're pressure flaking, getting rid of those.
It hinged again a little
Wait a
bit.
minute, wait. Well, you're going the wrong way. You got to come from this side. You got to push it off from this side. You can't go into it. Because you got this step here, you're just going to keep stepping into it. So you have to take it off from this side.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I started on that side, and it didn't take it all off. So I need
Yeah,
to go a
you
little
gotta-
further.
Let me try and see if I can push it. It may take a couple little passes to get in there.
To get it across. All right, y'all watching?
It went over the top of
Yeah,
it, but
you
it's
can
gonna,
grab another one of it.
so you're starting to get it. So by the time you
Probably
bring,
one right there ought to get it that top
by the
one
time you,
there.
but you got to get down here like this and getting your crotch down here, and then build a lot of pressure. Like that.
Crotch power.
Crotch power. That's exactly right.
Crotch
Crotch power. But you'll eventually get that, and you could bring, because you're going to make a Dalton, right? So, let's see. Got a pencil?
Yeah. Let me go.
I should have one right here.
No, I don't. I'll have to go in the house.
I don't see my. Well, you're going to be doing some chipping, so I'm going to write it 10, okay? I don't know why my pencil's not in there, but it's not.
You want me to go get one?
Well, not at the moment. But... So your Dalton's going to be. You basically want to make a big triangle like that to start it out, because you want your base to be your widest. The points on your base. I don't know what I did at that point now. You want these to be the widest point on your Dalton. These tips
Kind of stick out a little bit.
Yeah.
But you're gonna come in and now bring that back down after you.
Well, if
to
you
make it a little wider, right?
These sides could come in just a little bit more, but when you take these out, then it creates that little
kick out
indent there.
Yeah,
but your basic preform starts with a triangle like that, and then after you get your triangle, let's say this is the center right here, then this is going to be your base like that. So there's your Dalton. See what I mean?
Yep.
There's his Dalton. All right, now make it look like that. And just work into it, and from side to side, whichever side you need to
keep it balanced.
Keep it balanced. You'll be able to get rid of most of that by trimming that up, you know. But I would use that width that you got to run some flakes across there to continue thinning it, you know what I mean?
Pressure flaking it?
Yeah. Or indirect, whichever one you're most comfortable with.
Pressure flaking I am right now. I don't want to cut my finger again like I did last time.
That dude, you're right, that material does look old already, don't it?
It does. Cool looking.
Now don't forget, we gotta go get some clay today.
Alright, whenever you, how about after we eat?
Okay.
Well, I got some ribs, barbecue ribs in the smoker that are going to be absolutely delicious.
Yes, they are.
And then we'll go.
I can smell them from here. Not really, but.
Yeah, they're in the house. I was going to bring them out here from West. But yeah, they're thinking just let them go in there and cook.
There's our Dalton. That's that Belton shirt.
Very nice.
It had some red in this piece, and I napped it away. I didn't do a very good job preserving it, but hopefully y'all can see that. I don't normally film like this, and I don't know how much this video you're going to actually see, but nice little Dalton. Want to check it out?
Very nice and thin.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Is this the first Dalton you did with this material?
Yeah.
Nice. It does look old, huh? Isn't that cool looking?
It does look old.
Oh, I bet.
Alright, so next, I'm going to pause this video because I'm going to have to edit this down because it's going to be a 7-hour video. Alright, well, we're in the side-by-side. We just snapped some arrowheads and had some lunch. Stacy made us some ribs and all kinds of good stuff like that. And now we're fixing to head out and we're going to go collect some, go down the creek, down the bottom of the mountain and collect some clay, and we'll bring you back and I'll film some of that. I don't know if we're going to look for any big fork or what we were talking about. We'll see what happens, but I'll bring you all along.
Danny over here.
We're both shooting video.
Video me, no video. And I found some rock right here too. We might want to look at this on the way back. I did some digging back right there. But go down a little spot down here.
Y'all probably can't tell how steep this is, but it's Stacy lives on top of a mountain. What do you got over here?
Hey everybody, we're Rockin Pops Adventures and Danny Collins Lithwick and Leather, and we're
Hey,
over
folks.
here. We're over here at the little place that I have where we got some arrowheads and artifacts sometimes we find, and I'll be dang, me and Danny came over here and we walking around.
Well, I didn't find it, but Mr. Rockin Pops found it. Let's see what you found. What'd you find?
Hey, look at this here, baby. I hope it's not broken. I hope it's not broken.
I see part of one side missing, but I wonder if it's got the tip.
Oh man, I don't know. Hold on, I want to get a picture of it first. Hold on, guys. I'll put you on hold for a second here. I want to get a picture of it here.
I snapped one.
Oh my goodness. It's crazy. How we found
Yeah, we
that.
better come back and sift this area.
Yeah, we were talking about sifting. And
So last time we were at this spot, I found 2 broken bases by a tree. We were only here for a few minutes.
oh yeah.
Yeah, now we just rolled up here. We've only been here for a minute, and Stacy found this one right
This
after
is
a
probably
rain.
some of the prettiest material and best formed arrowhead I have found on this place so far. I'm going to go ahead and move it over here.
Oh, it's there!
Oh!
Look at that. I'll be dang. Hold it up there. Let's see that.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's all there.
It looks like Novaculite,
Yeah,
too.
it does.
Look at that, guys. Yeehaw!
Well,
Rockin Pops Adventure and Danny Collins Lithics and Leather. We find them, baby. We find them. We make them and we find them.
Look, guys, see your
You go ahead and
arrowhead?
hold it. Yeah.
Look at that right there, folks.
Jeez, look at that, baby.
Woo. Yeah, it's definitely Novaculite.
That is the nicest
Nice
one I've
find,
found
buddy.
so far.
Nice find.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a score.
Jeez, that's.
Hey, folks. Well, we were having a debate about this rock. And Stacy first showed it to me. I said, it's just a rock. But after a closer, I had just asked him a little while ago if you've ever found adze here. And he said, no. But he set this rock, which was just a dumb rock, in the buggy. I thought, why in the heck is this guy, why is he putting that dumb rock in the buggy? I sat down here in the buggy to go to the next spot, and I started looking at it, and I'll turn you around here and show you. So this is the rock. Just looks like a rock, right?
They took it and made an ass out of it.
But look at this end. And then look at the scrapes, the grinding marks still on it. That's not natural. That's definitely, most definitely been worked.
Mm-hmm.
That don't naturally happen. See, this part has none of that on it because they never did anything to that. This part definitely worked. So, looks like this was broke at some point.
Might have hit it with my tractor, or maybe it just broke while they were using it. Who knows? But
Could be, but yeah, he found an adze too to go along with his arrowhead he found today, which is pretty doggone cool. I really thought this was just a rock, and I thought for sure, and then I started looking at it closer, and I went, nope, that's not natural.
Mm-hmm. I saw those scrape marks on it too. Yeah.
They definitely worked that.
We had a decent day. And we found an arrowhead too.
Yeah, look at that arrowhead. Beautiful. Here, hold them both up so we can see them both.
Look at that, guys.
Well, all kinds of flakes and chips and stuff too, but
You can see.
That's pretty good score today.
No kidding. I ain't never found an ass before.
You like that, huh?
Oh, yeah. This is probably one of the nicest arrowheads I found out here. Novaculite, some gray, real pretty flaking on it and all. Oh, I'm happy to find it with my buddy Danny out here. We're having a good time.
Nice job, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Danny.
Let's go to the next spot.
Yeah, let's go to the next one here.
All right, so we're here. We're digging some clay. Stacy, let's see a piece of that clay. Yeah, buddy, look at that clay right there.
Pretty clay.
I mean, that looks like that is some good stuff right there.
Yeah,
It's got some rocks in it, but we have to go process the rocks. But
yeah.
that'll make some good pottery right there, I'll tell you what.
Yep.
Finding everything today at Rockin Pops Adventures. Yeah, there's a lot of clay right there. And as long as I'm running the camera, then Stacy gets to do the digging. I mean, I'm getting clay, and he does the digging. I don't know how this happened, but I'm liking it.
That clay is.
Man, that's going to make some nice pottery right there. I'll be dang. Wild clay, folks. Wild clay.
That's wild
As opposed to the domestic stuff that...
That's wild as it gets.
Yeah. As opposed to domestic dirt that Amazon sells.
That fake stuff.
Yeah. It's all just mud.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, that stuff is nice.
I'm telling you, huh?
Yeah. I can't wait to get that processed. When we're going to shoot a video of processing all this clay. That's good stuff right there, boy. Dang. That's why them Indians around here were known for their pottery, because they had clay like that to work with. And these Indians around here, they're the ones that made the good stuff. Look at that coming up. Good night. A big old ball of clay. Look at that. That's nice. That is going to be nice. Well, if nothing else, you could start a clay farm.
Yeah.
Digging clay.
Oh, look at that beautiful gray clay.
Man, look at that. That's going to be nice. This stuff's just buttery goodness.
I'm trying to tell you.
That ought to do it. That's a couple good buckets. Thanks, Stacy.
I'm tired. I ain't gonna give you my arrowhead, but I'll give you some
that's easier. Finding arrowheads is
junky
easier.
broken arrowhead, you'd have had it. But baby, I ain't never found one that nice since I've been here. Shoot.
Last time I was here, I found a couple broken bases, gave them to Stacy, and we were at the same spot, almost exactly where I found the bases. You found that point within a few feet.
Yeah.
So he must just been sitting around there napping arrowheads, and that fell out of his kit bag.
There's more there. We're gonna find them.
We'll get that.
We'll bring that sifter over here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, look at that right there. This was an Indian camp. This pond's been put in here, but this was spring. The spring still runs out right down through here. And then there's a nice, that Clearwater Creek that I showed you where the swimming hole is a few hundred yards down through there. And all around this spring here, they were living. And that's where the first people were. And they were living all in here, and there's working on locating exactly where they were doing their flint napping and stuff like that. You just kind of find arrowheads just random all over the place, but there's a couple spots here. It's got quite a bit of debitage and stuff, but it's kind of random. But it's sure fun looking, I can tell you that. And after you find something, then you can't hardly stop looking. It's pretty bad. Well, anyways, we're supposed to be up there napping arrowheads, and here we are looking for authentic old ones, which has been fun. Any day that you find an adze and an arrowhead's a pretty good day, you know. So I can't believe he picked up that adze, because I would have never picked that up. Even after he picked it up and he kind of showed it to me, I went, yeah, it's just a rock. I started looking at one. Well, that's a rock somebody shaped, so there's no denying that one. Anyways, I seen that, and I see so many rocks posted on the artifact sites that are just rocks. But I couldn't believe that when I started looking at it and had all them. Yeah, I mean, you still see all this marsh where they ground it down all over that one end. But they apparently ground that one end, and they were using it just like that, and discarded or lost or whatever. But pretty neat stuff. I really enjoy coming over here. Every time I come over here, I have a good time, and there's a lot to do here. So for a guy that likes the outdoors, just lots of fun. So all right, gonna keep on looking here. All right, so we think
we can put it in there.
Thinks he might have an arrowhead right there.
Oh, you can take a picture while you're doing a video?
Yeah, there's a piece of debitage right there too. All right, is that what it is? It an arrowhead?
I don't think it is.
Or debitage?
No, it's an old one too.
Used to be an arrowhead, didn't it?
Used to be a Dalton.
Let me see.
See that bottom? The tail broke on it right there.
That, sir, is a Dalton.
My first Dalton ever found.
Sure is. See how it's beveled on this one side? Yep, that's a Dalton. So you guys have made that Dalton video the other day, and I was telling you that most of them were small. That's probably about the average size of a Dalton.
Yeah, that's an old one.
That used to be a Dalton right there.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be dang. Sure enough, there's a Dalton, buddy.
It's the first Dalton I ever found. Dang.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what's crappy? Is I was just over here.
You know, and all I saw was that little angle sitting up.
I know, I see that. And I was just saying, I'm not seeing hardly nothing over here.
That's my first Dalton. I wish
I'll
it would
be
have been
dang.
whole. Why couldn't it have been whole?
You know, about the only thing missing off of it is
It's
just
the ear.
that one little ear
Dang.
sticking down there. All the rest of
It
it's
looks like
there.
an old break, too.
You can even see the, oh, I'm
You
too
know, it's
close.
not something I did.
You
It
see
looks
the
like an
bevel
old
on that side, and that side was beveled the other direction.
Jeez.
There's your Dalton right there. That's awesome, buddy.
That's the first Dalton I found over here.
And Daltons are pretty old.
How old do you think?
You know, I'd have to look
8?
the book, but they're pretty old.
8,000?
Yeah, pretty old.
Wow. Looks like it's Novaculite, too.
That's what that is. That's an old Dalton, though.
Yeah, you can see it's an old break. You can see that's not a fresh break.
Yep.
And they got junk in it and,
Yep.
and the cracks and everything. But I'm
Very cool.
I'm just happy to find this. Boy, if it had the other ear on it,
That would have been something, huh? I'll be dang.
this would have been an expensive point.
Congratulations,
Thank
buddy.
you, sir.
Congratulations.
My first Dalton ever found on Rockin Pops Adventures at Ward Mountain.
You know what? I don't ever have any good luck. But whatever I had, you must have put it in your sock this morning.
I did, and I found an asp. Can you believe?
Yeah, you did. You found ads. You found 2 arrowheads.
So hey, get a picture. I'm gonna send it to Kevin. I just sent him the other picture of the asp and the other, and he says, "You gotta be kidding me."
There we go. Got it.
That's
Cool.
crazy.
Yeah,
That is
pretty
crazy.
It is. All right. Well, this is the last point of the day, and it's not a pine tree. It's just a pointy. I was making this point, this big fork chert, and it was the last point of the day. This came off of Stacy's place here, and I started making it, and you guys see the sparkles in there? Yeah.
Gold.
It's got gold in them thar hills.
It is. It's gold.
Yeah. All this big fork's got that pyrite in it. Novaculite all it does also. You don't really want it in your Novaculite because when you heat treat it, it leaves marks in it. But anyways, this is the last point I made for the day, and it was a lot of fun. We had a good time today, and we're going to close this video out. And that's nice. That thing's pokey, man. I mean pokey.
When you get a point out of that big fork, it's a point.
Yeah. This isn't easy rock to knap, but Stacy has some really pretty high grade big fork. I mean, for big fork, it's pretty high grade. And I told me how to send some to Crafty, because I think old Jack could nap this stuff. He's used to stuff. I bet he could do beautiful things with this. He might cuss Stacy a little bit along the way, but I bet he could.
You get a point. It's beautiful now.
It is. Just jet black with them sparkles in there. Some of it's really glassy, but pretty neat stuff. And a lot of the artifacts you find around here are this exact shirt right here. Pretty nice. My dirty, filthy hands been artifact hunting today. So Stacy, thank you for a great day.
We had a good time, buddy.
Had a good time, a real good time.
We're going to do it again.
We are. We're going to do it again. There's going to be some more collaboration videos with me and Stacy. I'll probably take you guys along sifting for some arrowheads and digging crystals and
rock trips,
all that kind of stuff. Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate y'all watching. Catch y'all next one. Y'all keep napping.